a wee bit cold.
Small glaciers at the far back that are probably contributing to the water. What's down here, this is a straight up cliff on the other side of me here. So this is Eiffel Tower, the thing behind me over there. All right, now we just gotta Well, this is a place that I'm long overdue to have come here. I've driven by here lots of times, but this is usually a very touristy place with lots and lots of people. But today, not as many people here because it's getting colder. It was actually sub-zero temperatures all morning, and we get to enjoy the sunrise today in front of Mount Athabasca and right at the toe of the Athabasca Glacier. Actually, the toe is probably about 1 kilometer away, but today we're not going to visit the glacier. We're actually more interested in Mount Athabasca. That ridge that attaches to Mount Athabasca, it's the boundary between Jasper National Park and Banff. So allegedly you have an awesome view there, which you don't even need to go out there to get a nice view. Just anywhere in here, you get a wicked view. But we're going to be heading out on top of the boundary peak here. It's super cold right now. That's the one thing with the ice fields, is that you come here in October, you come here in May, you come here in July, it's probably just always kind of the same temperature because these glaciers, kilometers and kilometers of ice, so it's always cold here. So let's head out on the trail and show you guys what Mount Athabasca looks like. Peace out. There's a massive, basically scree ridge here. You can see in the far back, and there's like a parking lot down there. You can't really see the ice fields anymore because of that scree pile. They have like tour buses down there. They're not even buses, they're like big heavy duty off-road buses to go up to do tours of the ice fields. So from there, you don't want to go all the way down to there. You want to work your way up this way because Mount Athabasca is right behind me over there. So you kind of cut the corner when you go this scree and you just kind of follow. There is kind of a couple trails going up cutting the corner. So just take your time. It's a short hike, it's steep, but soak in the views and enjoy it. All right, let's keep on going up, guys. We are about 1.5 kilometers up, and the trail kind of veers off here. There's two routes. There's basically one route on that side and one route where you go kind of up and around that big nub that's in behind me there. As you can see on that side, it kind of veers up gradually, so I think that's the easier route. So that's the route that I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go back up there. Little peak that's in behind us there, we're gonna go on top of that, and you just follow that. But on the other side, it might be cooler because you get to walk closer to the glacier. So maybe you go up on one side and you come back down on the other side. You can come down this way. It's probably easier to descend on the steeper route. There's a definite split in the trail here, and you can see it on all trails as well. There's not a whole lot of trees, so I mean, you can pick whatever route you want to go up to. And from here, you can finally see the valley at the back, and you can see all the erosion from the glaciers over the years. It's kind of crazy. All right, so let's keep on hiking upwards. She's a short one, but a steep one for sure. Huh. Oh, look at that. This is Mount Athabasca. One of the closest spots I've ever got to such a large glacier. I mean, there's the Athabasca Glacier like down in between the valleys, but this one seems way more impressive. And we're gonna get closer to this. There's actually two approaches from here to get on top of here. And there's like one that kind of goes around this way, and then one that comes around this way, and I just kind of like didn't want to do the first one because it looked too steep, and then I went around to the second one, and then I was like, well, this is taking too long to get there. Then I just kind of went at an angle and basically traversed in between both. So I guess there's no real trail you can kind of just come up. It's just like rock scree, kind of like this, and you can walk up it. You just have to be careful. And then there's places where the water comes down and it's eroded, like spots you can easily come up, so it's fairly easy to get up there. So one thing that we won't be doing today is getting on top of that over there. There's a trail that goes all the way up to that peak there, and I don't like the way it looks. There's kind of like switchbacks at the beginning, and then there's switchbacks at the top, and in the middle, there's just like one slide that goes all the way down, and I have no clue why it's like that. If I want to see on the other side, I don't need to climb up there and just to check the other side. I can follow the ridge around, and there's another flat spot at the far back that I can tell on the maps. So I'm gonna go check that out instead. But that is a little bit dangerous because you have close to 300 meters of elevation gain over 700 meters. And there's one chunk in the middle, it just looks like a straight slide down. So I don't know how you go up and down that without busting your ankles. So didn't come out in the mountains to get injured today. You don't have to get on top of the mountains, especially in this scenario. Just looking behind me, you don't really need to go that much higher to get a really good view of this glacier. So we're actually gonna go head back down instead of going up to give you guys a better view of the Athabasca Glacier. Well, I came all the way down to the lip of the edge of this rib here. It starts to go down pretty steep from here. It's just outstandingly large. I can't even describe. And on the video, it looks so small. It's insane. Just insane. This is the reason why I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to climb up mountains and get views like this. And to show you guys what it's all about, to come and explore the mountains and explore the mountains safely. So I think we're gonna go and check out a couple more lookouts and then climb our way back down. So right now, I'm pretty much sitting on the border between Jasper and Banff. And there's a big flat spot at the very beginning of the ridge. It's way easier to get to than the top of the boundary that's over there. A fantastic view of Hilda Peak and the other side of Athabasca Mountain. Even if you wanted to do the whole portion of the ridge, I think on this side, it might be slightly easier as well, because you can kind of veer up in there, and then it is scree, but it's way kind of safer because it's less of an elevation. Hilda Peak. And then there's this tiny little nub in between that's completely encased in a glacier. I don't think there's a name for it that I have on my maps. At the very bottom of that, it looks like the ice stops there, but the ice keeps going. It's just covered in rocks and dirt, and then ice keeps going way down there. So if you could go down there and take a core sample, you could probably figure out how old that thing has been collecting ice and dirt, because you'll have like these layers that appear on these glaciers. But this was a good idea on my part to come and check around the other side. So this is Mount Athabasca. And I'm Eric Chombley. And these are my adventures. Peace out. Thank you.